What's up, guys? Welcome back to Angelic Dev channel. In this brand new Tailwind CSS series, we are going to learn Tailwind CSS from absolute beginner to advanced level. And if you have been writing a lot of CSS or you are tired of constantly creating classes, switching between files, and managing a huge style sheet, Tailwind CSS can make can make your workflow much faster and easier. And in today's first episode, we are going to learn what Tailwind CSS is, why developers love it, and how to install Tailwind CSS in a project setup with Vite, and how to configure it with Vite. And at the end, we'll build a small example to verify if everything is working correctly. Then, what is Tailwind CSS? It is a utility first CSS framework. That means instead of like before, to style for example, here we have a button tag. To style this button, before you should create another file .css, a style.css. Then you will give to this button a class, add task, then target this button using that class. You can see here that's how we used to style for example, a button or any paragraph or any tag. You should give a class, then come in style.css, then style that button. But with Tailwind, we don't need to do this anymore because Tailwind provide what we call a utility classes. So inside your HTML, you can use those uh, utility classes like flex, like text center, like pt dash 4. Then this will style your component or your any tag you have in HTML. So you can see even here they write website without ever leaving your HTML. That means you are using utility classes inside your HTML, and everything is provided by the help of this Tailwind framework. So inside your HTML, you have some classes, some utility classes which we'll be using, and that will style your your button or any component you you have in your HTML. And we can say is a new way of writing CSS, because before, for example, we used to like to give a class to the tag we want to style. For example, here button, you give a tag, then you give a class, then inside style.css, then you target the tag, then give a style. But now you don't need to to to, to do that. Here inside HTML, Tailwind will provide some utility classes which will automatically style uh, your your HTML. Yeah. And before installing Tailwind, let's talk a little bit about Vite. Vite is a modern front-end build tool. It provides fast development server, auto module replacement, and optimized build, a nice developer experience. And here we are going to use Vite to set up our project. Yes, now we are going to create our project with Vite. For that, you can use any terminal in your laptop. For me, I'll just use the terminal inside my VS Code. So for that, you just need to open that terminal. As I want my project to be on my desk, I'll just cd desktop, then I'll press enter. So I'll move to my desk, then I'll create the project. You can just write npm create Vite at latest. For me, I'll just copy command, then I'll just paste it here. Then after that, you put a space, then the name of the project for me is Tailwind dash beginner. Yes. Then after that, I'll just press enter. Then Tailwind will ask me select some framework. For me, as I want this project to be for uh, beginner, I'll just select vanilla because I don't want to use any framework like Vue or React. So I'll just go with vanilla. I'll just press enter. So here they ask me a variant. Uh, do I want TypeScript or JavaScript? For me, I'll just go with JS because as I said, this is for I want this series to be beginner friendly. Then I'll just select JavaScript, then I'll press enter. Then they ask me if I want to install with npm to and start now. So I'll just select yes because I want uh, install it with npm. So we can select no, but for us we are going to select yes because we want uh, to install it with npm. Yes, then I'll press enter. Then now they will install all the dependency with npm. So now you can see already started. Now we just want the installation to finish, then we'll come back to continue. Yes, now we have finished the installation of all the dependency. So now I can go to they already launch a server. I can go to the server. You can see here localhost 5173. So I can just click on the link, control, then click. Yes, you can see here our local server. That means everything is working correctly. So now what I can do, I want to move inside this Tailwind beginner. So for that, I'll just stop the server. Then I'll just cd Tailwind dash beginner. Then I'll press enter. And now I move inside uh, in V4. This replaces a lot of configuration that exists in a previous version. Yes, then I'll just press enter. Then we'll just wait for the installation to finish. Yeah, now we finished the installation of Tailwind framework. So now I'll just run again my project npm run dev. So just click on, now I'll just open this. I've run my project. Now I will just open this link again. So you can see this is uh, the the starter of a Tailwind project, a default starter. So what we are going to do now is we are gonna remove all the things that Tailwind has inside its SR src folder. So here, first of all, we'll go to uh, CSS. Then I'll just remove everything. I'm gonna just clean up all my file. So let's start with CSS. Just remove everything, and I'll just also go to my main.js. I'll just press Ctrl A, then delete also everything. Then after that, I'll just go in my index.html, just remove in the body those two things. So just command want to delete everything there. Yeah, now we have deleted everything. So we just go again in our, so you can see now we don't have anything. That means everything is working correctly. And we can also go in our package.json. You can see here we installed Tailwind, the framework, and Tailwind / Vite, which will connect uh, Vite and Tailwind. Yes. Now I want to configure Tailwind CSS with my Vite project. For that, I should come in my root directory here. So I'll create a file vite.config config.js. Then just press enter. Then here inside, I'm going to configure my Tailwind CSS, because for this project, as you know, I'm going to learn Tailwind. First of all, I should import define config from Vite. Then after that, I'm going to import Tailwind CSS. So as we are going to use Tailwind V4, I don't know if in V3 it was the same procedure, but what I know is that for this current stable version, you should do it like this. Then export default define config in the parentheses. Then inside the parentheses, gonna just write plugins column. Here inside we're going to write Tailwind. Then I think that is the configuration for Tailwind in this Vite config.js. And after that, you should go in your src4 folder, and here in style, you should also import. What am I doing here? Just at import double quote Tailwind CSS. Then and you can see the difference because in the old version you need to import a Tailwind basis, a Tailwind base, then a Tailwind component, then Tailwind utility. But in Tailwind V4, simplify everything. You just need to import. You just need to write this line or to import Tailwind CSS. That's it. Yes, I think we finish up to the things related to the configuration. Now we are going to try a small example. No, before that, also we should import the style CSS in our main.js. This allows it to include our style. So here we'll just write import. What am I doing? Import double quote style. Where is the style? Do I need to just because the main JS and the file they are in the same, just write style.css. That will allows Vite to include our style. And I think we finish everything related to the configuration. Now we are going to write we are going to style a small button to see that, or an H1 to see that if everything is working as intended. Yes. Now finish the configuration of Vite and Tailwind. I've import Vite config, defined config and Tailwind CSS. Now what I'm going to do is to create an H1 to see if the Vite and Tailwind configuration is working correctly. But first of all, we need to import our main.js in our index.html using this script tag. For that, you just need to write script, then type is module, then src source, then double quote, just to look for the main.js. Yes. Then that it. Just now I want just to create a niche one to see. First of all, I will run the server, the local server, by just typing npm run dev, because I want to be able to see if any something change. Now control want to, yes, now it's want to put it side by side. Yes. Now I create just a niche one because I want to see if Vite and Tailwind are working as intended. First of all, just create a niche one. Then I will give it a class. Then here inside the class, I'll put the Tailwind utility classes. So I'll put the test dash 5 Excel. Then the font, I want it to be bold. Then text, I want the blue text 600 shade. Then I want the text to be center. Then I want to put the margin dash 10. Oh, the mistake is should be inside this double quote. Then I'll put 10. And I just write Tailwind. Tailwind. See, Tailwind CSS. SS. Yes, we just try that and see if those style will get applied. Yes, now you can see we have our Tailwind CSS here in blue because we give a blue color, and is center. You can see here is on the center of the page because we say text center. But don't worry about all of these, all those utility classes. We are going to learn them in this Tailwind CSS series. And I think that now you have an idea of how Tailwind works. So now we just have to use those pre-built utility classes what Tailwind provide to us, and the style will be applied here. We don't need like to give a special class, then go in our CSS, then give the style. So Tailwind have already created those utility classes. So that's what we are going to learn in this series. I'll make just a small recap. First of all, you should install Tailwind, and how to see if Tailwind CSS is well installed in your project. Just check here dependency. You will see Tailwind. In this course, we are going to learn Tailwind v4. That is the current stable version. No Tailwind v3 or the older version, but here is Tailwind v4. Then here you can see, and you should also see a Tailwind/Vite. This will connect our Tailwind CSS with Vite because we are using Vite build tool. Then after that, you should configure it. You should create a file vite.config.js to configure to import Tailwind from Tailwind at Tailwind CSS Vite. Then also import define Vite config where you will call this Tailwind CSS. Then after that, you should go in your main.js. You should import style CSS. Then after that, because your JavaScript should know about your style, then this JavaScript, this main.js should be import in your index.html. Then you can see here, but here you should put module and go to look for the specific file. Then after that, you see we create this button, and you can see all the style get applied. But try to do this on your side and try to check if the style is getting the style will get applied, will be applied to your HTML. And if it's not working, just try to see the bug and try to correct it. Or if you don't succeed, you can just uh, uh, put the error what you're getting in a comment section, then we'll try to fix it with you. I think that it. If you like this video, just subscribe and subscribe and give a like for the upcoming episode where we'll talk about utility classes. Yes, see you next.